Do the ordinary things exceptionally well. That is one of my favorite Zen quotes. And my friends, the ordinary things for us, charting these markets each and every day, paying attention to the only thing that matters in charting, which is price movement. Doesn't matter what the talking heads on Bloomberg or CNBC say. Doesn't matter what the news articles in the Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, or any of the other business publications say. Doesn't matter what you hear on the internet, on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, whatever it might be. It matters what the price is doing. And the beautiful thing is what you can see each and every day on these charts as far as price movement goes. You can do this on your own with practice. Now, excuse me, let's jump into these charts. We see Bitcoin and the NASDAQ 100 up, Bitcoin up a good bit, about 10%. We see the markets overall, though, when it comes to gold and 20-year bonds, they are down, and the S&P is down just a little bit, 0.18%. You can see where things popped up in the morning, slowed down in the afternoon. We're above the 200 EMA, starting this shortened week off a little slow. Our two-day chart, though, still moving up. We hit that prior high there, you see. Hasn't moved through the 200 EMA, though, still below it on this two-day chart. It did go green on that last two-day candle, not this one, but the prior one. And of course, as we start this week off, we can see so far the high this week, $400.23 last week, $399.10. So we have popped up during the course of the day a little bit higher than last week. Still green on the STC above the 200 EMA. We'll see if we get back up to where we topped out before, where things then hammered down. So not hammered down, but went down for 3 weeks. And then over the last, now going into the third week, maybe trying to recover and move up. We shall wait and see. What about the NASDAQ 100? Where is it? Moving up, hasn't pierced the 200 EMA yet. We can see that the wick did in the morning and then died off some in the afternoon, only up 0.20%. Green on the STC, like we said, sitting right there up towards the 200 EMA, but below it. We look at the two-day chart going into the third two-day candle as things rotate up. In fact, this candle finished drawing today, so we have 3 complete candles still below the 200 EMA. Did go green like the STC on that prior candle. Weekly, trying to push up and through the 200 EMA. We'll see if indeed it is going to do that. Again, sort of tapering off a little bit, but did move up a little higher. We'll see as time moves forward. Time always tells in our business, doesn't it? Let's look at where 20-year bonds are. Well, 20-year bonds going up quite nicely until Friday afternoons, paired off quite a bit. And then, of course, down for the day, 0.65%. We're above the 200 EMA, still green on the STC. We'll see what the rest of the week holds for us. We look at the two-day chart. We have 5 up candles. This last one, even though it is a green up candle, not reaching the high of the prior one. Green on the STC, below the 200 EMA. Remember, we had that long downtrend as we look at the weekly chart. Up for 5 weeks, down for 2 weeks, and now trying to move on up. Again, stalling some as this shortened week starts. We'll see how things go. That's where we are on bonds. Now we'll go back to the half-day chart. Gold. Now gold has been booking as of late, but not today. See how it bumped up, on Thursday and Friday of last week, really hammering up. But on Monday, moving down some 0.65%, well above the 200 EMA on that half-day chart. Two-day chart, well above the 200 exponential moving average. Nice big green up candle. That's coming from Friday morning. And we see things peaking up there. And then we look at where we are on the weekly chart. Again, not reaching the higher high that we had before last week. And we see the green STC there. So we'll keep an eye on things, see which way gold is going to head as we get into this new week that is underway. Now, Bitcoin, boom! Look at Bitcoin blowing through the 200 EMA. It reached it on Friday and then bam, up 10%, blowing through it. Is Bitcoin on the move? Is everything good with crypto markets now? They sure are a-moving. Look at the 2-day chart as we're bumping up higher than the prior high back in November, up to right at that prior high from September, the beginning of September. So we'll see. That's on the 2-day chart. It's gone from red to green starting there on the 1st of December, popped up December 13, about mid-December, then down. And of course, as we started this new year, we see those candles just getting stronger. Interesting to see. What about the weekly? Let's give ourselves, I tell you what, let's go to the 24-hour-a-day Bitcoin chart on this weekly chart. We can see a little bit more here as to when Bitcoin made its highs back in November of last year, and then dramatically dropped, slid sideways starting in February to March, then dropping again, leveling off at one point, dropping, leveling off, and then dropping. Now things are popping up, again going back to the levels we were at there at the end of October. Below the 200 EMA, we clear that 200 EMA. That's going to be telling us some things. Again, would love to see a good positive reset to get our STC working for us again. You can see how lackadaisical it was. Didn't show us anything this last time. Would like to see Bitcoin pop up on this 200 EMA, roll off that, maybe reset, and allow us to have a good reset and a good start if it's going to keep up these gains. Now, you don't have to worry. Jump in, sell the farm in order to do a practice trade at this point. And again, we say all that figuratively. We're not a stock calling service, damn sure not a bit calling service, but we do want you to practice trade Bitcoin so you get a feel for how it works. Trepidation is always in order with something this volatile. That is where we are, folks, as we end the day on Tuesday. Again, shortened trading week because in the States we had the Martin Luther King celebrations yesterday and markets were closed, but we're back in business. Okay, folks, thanks so much for being with us. Always love to hear from you. CW@chartingwealth.com. God bless. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.